Okay, I got a question, an email about Lightbox Gallery in Bootstrap Studio, and it was about that. I'll just put this up. Okay, put this Lightbox Gallery thing in. All right, one that goes in. All right. Okay. The question was about by default the Lightbox is 4 pictures at the top and 2 at the bottom, and he was the chap that asked this was wanting 10 by 10 images on his, and didn't know how to approach this thing. Well, I would strongly advise against 10 by 10 because that's not really going to help with the responsive design, because with grids the spacing of it's not really going to look very good on desktop. Okay, so if you're really going to be all that many images, I would say you have to have 12 because it's a grid of 12. But actually say something like if you had I'll just show you how this works anyway. Okay, so we'll go to custom code, convert HTML and custom code. Okay, right, here's what you get with your custom code. Okay, alright, okay, so this is it here, and what you have to do, I'll just go in here and show you the code that needs to be changed. Okay, so if you can see there's a 3. Alright, there's on the first where it says raw photos here, the column says SM6, call MD4, call LG3. Okay, so if you change this to 2, okay, now this is what I would advise. I mean, I can't tell anybody what to do. I would do it to 2, okay? So if you put 2 on every one of these, I'm just going to have to go down here a little bit, okay? And you do this all the way down. You get more images on, and what they would do, because it's an even number, you get the responsive design like you should do. Okay, so that's all you would have to do there, is you just put the 2 before item and each one of those, okay, or whatever number you want. I mean, it could be 4, but I would say even numbers, whereas if you want something like 10, it's not going to, you could have 5 2s of 10, but it's really not going to work that way. But anyway, so this is what I'll show you what it looks like. So you apply that there, all right, and that's what you're left with. So now I think that looks good. I think the 6 images there look great. Okay, so but of course, whatever you want to do, all you're doing is changing this, this number 2 before the item, So right, we'll just go down, make a div and make a break. Okay, so knock the lines. So and break them lines up. Okay, so all you would have to do there is just copy and paste. I'm just doing this as a demonstration. Obviously your images, so it's Control C if you're new to Bootstrap Studio, and I think you said you were, and Control V. Okay, so you just apply that for the next row, and then another break, in the code. So lost myself a little bit here. There. It's gone again there. Okay, is there. All right, on the 14th line, break. So that you put that in to break the line up, and you could do that as many times as you want. Okay, that's how you do that. With the images, where I'm just going to say take it that you're a complete beginner. I mean, you might not be, you might be a coder or anything, but just say that or anybody that's watching will just take it right from you beginning. So you just change these images here. Okay, so one's got loft, one's what they all call building, loft, desk, and all the rest of it. That's I'll show you what this looks like on Microsoft Edge. Okay, so we'll just open that up. There it is. Okay, so this is what it would look like on your mobile device. if you look at the preview there. And let's spin around. So, okay, so you've got that there, and this is what it looks like an edge. And if you put if you put like sort of what you want in 10 by 10, you would still get similar images there, and you'd have to mess on with that. My advice is go for something like 6 images on each line and do it that way, because that would look better than 10. You're going to have space. If you did it by 10, you're going to have like space somewhere like there on, on your browser and desktop, so that's not going to work well. So, it's pretty easy to do. But just get back to us if you have any problems. Okay, so again, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.